Thank you for joining the FloWay show tonight. Everyone who is just tuning in, my special guest tonight is Santia Deck. I'm pronouncing your name right?
You are.
I want to make sure. Okay. My special guest is Santia Deck. She is a part of the WFLA. She's one of the highest paid female athletes to date. Multi-million-dollar contract. She's run track. She's played flag football. You're from Texas originally, right? Houston. Yeah, and your season is taking off soon. For the LA Fames. Congratulations on everything that you're doing, Queen. Thank you for joining me tonight. I want to show her some love in the comments and see it that. How we do it? Yeah. But how was your day today? What you had planned today? I know you say you was busy. Did you have a lot of things going on today?
No, I just had a lot of meetings and stuff. I was out of town for the Bayou Classic, so I was just trying to get back in the flow of things this week. So it's just been playing catch up pretty much.
Got you. Thank you for taking your time out to have a conversation. You know, this show, I like to bring on people who are unique, people who are special, people who are driven, people who got a message, and, you know, just to inspire someone out there, especially with the times that we're living in and everything that we're going through as a community.
Right.
It's important that we continue to lift each other in every way possible. So,
right.
Definitely, thank you so much. Your mom, right? Your mom is a manager.
She is.
Definitely, she's a queen. She's a queen herself, and I definitely just thank y'all for taking the time out to make this happen.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's get right into it. Like I said, you signed a multi-million-dollar contract to play in the Women's Football League. Before you ran track, before you was playing football, you ran track, right?
Mm-hmm.
What age did you start running track?
I started at 7 all the way till I graduated from college. So about 7 to 20, 23.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And you played flag football.
Mm-hmm.
You also played rugby. You grew up in H-Town. For those who don't know, that's Houston.
Right.
For those who don't know, how was it like for you growing up, and what did you do as a kid?
Oh, I mean, I had a really good childhood. I grew up with 3 brothers and a sister, but they were a lot older than us, so it was really just me and my brothers. So I was very much a tomboy. So I did pretty much everything they did. I tried to anyway. We were a big football family. All my brothers played football. So I guess it was only right for me to eventually grow up and do something, football. But yeah, I mean, I had a really good childhood. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, there's always the ups and downs that everybody has in a family, but for the most part, I was very blessed with a very supportive, loving family, and we're all very close. So yeah.
That's what's up. You know, a lot of folks look for that broken home or that struggle story. You know, and it's always good to see the other side of things too.
Mm-hmm.
To see, you know, how you turn out with having that family support.
Right.
At what age would you say that you were like sports, being an athlete, you know, being a fitness model? That's what I forgot to mention in the beginning as well. At what age do you think that you started to think that this is for sure the direction I want to go?
I mean, honestly, I wasn't really focused on the business part of my life until I really was like a senior in college because, I mean, like most people, my focus was sports. So, I mean, I just was like, I want to be an Olympian. I want to run track in the Olympics. And, that's what I was focused on. I wrote a book when I was in high school, got published in college. So that was something that kind of, when I first realized, like, okay, I can do more than just be an athlete. You know, I can write. I was really, really good at writing. And that obviously translated into just what I do now. But I was focused on sports. I mean, I can't even lie. I was not thinking about anything outside of that up until like I really got started on social media and I realized like, oh man, like this could be a business. I could turn this into a business. And then, that obviously translated into all the things that I do now. But I mean, I was an athlete, you know, I was an athlete, on being an athlete. And that's why I feel like I can really relate to athletes now. I mean, I guess I still am an athlete, but the business part is so much more, it's so much bigger than just what you do on the field. And so like being what I, you know, doing what I'm doing now, I feel like I'm able to teach athletes like, okay, you have to focus on plan B too. You know, it's okay to focus on, okay, if you go to the league, if you go to the WNBA, if you go and make the USA track team, like, but what else is there? Because at some point in your life, your body's gonna say, okay, this is done. We're done. So then, and so like I really am a big advocate of teaching athletes about business, you know, financial literacy, building an empire while you're still an athlete, so that you can make all
Life after.
and all the, you know, get all the opportunities that you have while you're an athlete. Because once you're done, unfortunately, unless you're like a Usain Bolt or Barry Sanders or somebody like that, nobody cares about you.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're done, once you hang up your jersey, it's like, okay, who are you again? You know, so you got to make sure that you utilize the time that you have while you're an athlete and make them the best of it. And that's just what I've been doing.
Absolutely, because you know you've seen it happen so many times where you know the checks stop rolling in and you know people lives change and people don't get the support and
Mm-hmm.
different things like that. And you know in this industry there's not a lot of folks who's telling you, hey, you know what I mean, this is what you need to do and this is how you need to kind of make your money work for you and be able to take care of your family after this and different things like that. And you know guys and women get hurt and then it's kind of like the end of their career sometimes, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
folks have multi-million-dollar contracts and kind of don't manage their money the right way, and you know, so.
exactly, exactly. So it's important for sure.
Hmm. Um, and I'm pretty sure you being a woman, you've been told probably no 1,000 times. Um, what what was some of the obstacles you faced? I'm pretty sure that's probably one of them. But what were some of the obstacles you faced? If you could give us a brief on your journey that you had to cross, those roads that you had to cross.
Um, so of course, like I mean, the typical stuff that I guess a woman athlete goes through, or just a woman period, like people feeling like you don't belong where you are, people feeling like all you are is a pretty face and a nice body and you don't have anything else upstairs. um People feeling like you don't deserve what you have, not knowing that you know your story or where you came from or any of that. um
Mm-hmm.
so for me, I mean, that was of course part of it, but I also dealt with just a mental part of just like um, having to overcome obstacles with sports. You know, like I've had many injuries in my career, and I've had to continue to persevere because I could have gave up honestly after college. So I was like, man, I was injured every year. You know, I was always injured. You know, unfortunately. But I just felt like I had more to do, more to give. So I just continued to persevere as much as I could. A lot of people know my story, or like I said, a lot of people, but most people know that 2019, I trained for the Olympics for rugby in hopes of making the USA team. And I was very new to the sport, so I was trying to learn the game like extremely fast. So I was like flying to London, New Zealand, Australia, just trying to like really grasp the game really quickly. Um, and unfortunately, I was burning myself out, not really realizing, you know, that I need to slow down because I would hop off an airplane, go train, hop back on the airplane, go across the world. You know, so I wasn't giving myself like any break. By the time I finally got to perform in front of the USA coach, my body just like gave out. It was like the worst tryout I ever had in my life.
Wow.
And I went into a depression, you know, pretty soon after that because I didn't make the team. And I just remember, you know, not really knowing who I was at that time. Because I'm like, man, like, God, I trust you with everything, but I don't understand this one. Like, I gave up everything for this. Like, I trained all year, lost friends, lost opportunity, lost money, like everything, just trying to get to this point of being an Olympic athlete. And I got there, and it was like, what was it for? So like I remember just crying, and I was depressed, man, for like 2 months, just
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out like what it was. I was like, what was my purpose at that point?
Right.
And I remember my mom told me, she was like, man, you got to, and I understand it hurts. You know, I don't think people realize that that's trauma for athletes. Like when you are going, and it's like your only focus is either that NFL tryout or that Olympic tryout or whatever it may be, and then you have no control over injury. It's like you get injured, and then it's like that's it. it's like, damn, like, what was this for, you know? So that's where I was. And I remember my mom was just like, man, you either gonna lay here and die, or you're gonna get up and just, you know, pray, give it all to God, and allow Him to do what He does. And I remember that night, I remember I got on my knees and I just like cried my soul. And I was like, God, I don't know who I am at this moment. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what my purpose is, but I trust you. I'm gonna give it to you, the reins over my life, and whatever
Right.
you have for me will be, and that's all I can do. And I
Right.
remember 2 months later, I got a call from the owner of the WFLA, and she made me an offer I couldn't refuse, and now I'm here. So it's like you never know what God has in store for you. It's almost like that meme that went viral for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It was that little boy that had that tiny teddy bear behind his back, and it was like a figure of God who had like a huge teddy bear. And it was like, but God, this is all I have. Not knowing that He got way bigger plans for you. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of how my story was, because I thought that I was like, this is the biggest thing that I could do ever in my life. And not knowing that making history and opening up doors for other women to play football and other things like that,
Wow.
bigger than that. You never know. You know, all you can do is just focus on, you know, the road that's ahead of you. And when God opens the door, walk through it. You know, and that's all you can do as a human is just open up, walk the doors that open.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we have plans for ourselves and plans for our life, and you know, He has bigger plans for us.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes things don't work out the way we want them to work out because God has something else for us,
Yep.
and He wants us to go in a different direction. And
Mm-hmm.
it seems like, you know, right before something really great is gonna happen in your life, you go through that. You go
Yep.
through that feeling like it's over. You go through that feeling depressed. You go through that losing friends, maybe even losing some close family members.
Yep.
You go through losing people, and you know sometimes sometimes it's not even a thing of, hey, I don't rock with you, I don't care about you, but this is the road I'm going on, and this is where I need to be. You know what I mean? So a lot of times God aligns us
Mm-hmm.
appropriately in position for what He has next for us, and that's amazing.
Yeah. No, it definitely was a part of my story for sure.
Who would you say is some of your biggest inspirations?
Um, I would say in football, my idol for sure is Barry Sanders. He's like, I think he's everybody's idol, to be honest. I look in the business world. I mean, I look up to Master P for sure. Um,
Smart businessman. I'm trying to get him on there. I've been going back and forth for like 3 weeks.
yeah, amazing. Definitely watching his story, that made him even more amazing to me. Um, I would say I would Master P. I mean, there's a lot of people I like, but as far as like who I'm always in awe of is, I would say Master P, because he's always rolling something out. Like he hasn't lost a step with that. And I think when you can continue to open up businesses and continue to, like, you know, make new streams of income for your family, like that's you know, that's commendable. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, speaking of businesses, you have your own sneaker line. You own your own sneaker company,
Hmm.
and I've read somewhere that you're one of the first female athletes to do that.
Hmm.
And before people get crazy in the comments, it's a difference from a brand, you partnering with a brand and pushing something, and they having a limited release or anything like that. You own your own sneaker company, and I know I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. I've been practicing it like 3, 4 times today. Um, so you know how you take something and then you like you highlight it and you try to make your phone
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
it. I've tried that and I'm like I'm not sure, so I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Can you introduce your line to the folks?
Yeah, it's Tronos. And yeah, so with Tronos, I became the first female athlete to own her own shoe company. So it's not like Jordan, like where he's under Nike. I am Nike. Like I'm the Nike company. So I just want to make that clear, because people always be like, "Oh, it's a shoe line." I'm like, "Nah, it's the whole company." So I'm gonna just put that out there.
There we go. There we go. And I seen that you have a lot of different colors. You have white, you have black. They're dope, by the way. Are these for men and women? That's what I want to know. Are these for
Mhm.
men and women, or just
Yeah,
strictly for women?
it's a unisex shoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long how long has it been since you rolled those out?
It hasn't even been a year. We officially launched June 19th. So yeah, we're We're still under a year old.
Mm. Where can people support? Where can people support your line? Where
Um,
can they?
you can go to tronosofficial.com. Then if you just go on my Instagram page, you'll see like I think it's like the second video actually. The Instagram is at Tronos Official.
Mm.
But yeah, we're rolling out right now our summer line. So we have new colors that we're putting out. We have slides that's coming very soon as well. We have apparel that's gonna match the slides and the shoes.
Oh.
We got socks, we got masks, we got the whole nine. So yeah.
My executive producer said, "Are they running shoes?"
Um, these are not really made for you to run in. You can. We are gonna come out with a like strictly athletic shoe. Because this is more of an athleisure shoe where you can like kind of chill and you can also work out in the gym if you want to. But it's not for like heavy duty working out. But people been running in them and they haven't complained yet. So I guess that chance go
I
ahead.
guess it's getting them through.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. And they're really dope, y'all. I seen some people have some shoes, and I feel like, what is that? You know what I mean? They're really dope. They're unique. They're not like something else that you see out there right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure y'all support. Now, if y'all can support Adidas, y'all can support Nikes. You can support all of these major brands. These brands are what they are with the support. You know what I mean? So, support. Support your own. You know what I mean? So,
Thank you.
how did the idea come about? What made you
Um,
kind of want
I always tell
to jump
people.
out there like that?
Yeah, I always tell people that it was an opportunity that turned to opportunity. I was a brand ambassador for like a shoe company and I was doing really well. And long story short, the designer would kind of offer me like an opportunity, like, hey, would you want your own signature line under this company? And I was like, yeah, why not? Told him what I liked, told him what I wanted it to look like. He sketched it up. I dropped the sketch pretty much on my Instagram and it went really good, really well. Like everybody responded well to it. And then my mom, who's also my manager, came in and was like, hey, I think you can do a shoe company. Like you have enough support. You have enough, just people that really support what you do. So I think you would do amazing. And at first I was like, no, that's a lot. That's pretty big. I mean, I would have to go against Nike. I'll have to go against Adidas. And she was like, I think you can really do it. And my mom, if anybody knows my mom, she literally thinks that we can fly. Like she believes in us more than ourselves sometimes. So I was just like, you know what? I prayed on it. And I just remember just talking to God, like, okay, God, is this the right direction to go? And it was like, okay, if you do this and it fails, you can still say that you tried to create a shoe company, which is still a pretty big deal. But
Right.
well, you'll be solidifying your legacy, generational wealth, breaking generational curses. Your kids will be, set for life. Their kids, their kids, their kids will be set. So you will be the start of a new legacy. A new life for like your lineage, pretty much. And I just prayed on it, and I remember I just said, you know what, all right, I'm gonna just jump, and I jumped, and we're here. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes, you can't let fear hold you back from what you're really supposed to do because everybody, of course, definitely in the shoe industry is very, very much male dominated. I mean, I can
Right.
woman that owns a shoe, to be honest. But or not shoe, but a shoe company. So
Mm-hmm.
I had that against me too. But I'm the type of person like I want to be the first to do everything. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Can Can y'all hear? I can't hear you. There's no volume on my end. Let me see. Let me know in the comments if y'all can hear Santia. Can y'all hear me? Oh, we lost her. Was y'all able to hear me? Can y'all hear me now? I need to know. Can y'all hear me? Let's try to bring her back in. Y'all can't hear me? Let me see what's going on. Nope. Nope. Uh-oh. No sound, fam. Let me see. See, I can hear me, but I can't hear her. Okay, let's try it again. I'm like, nobody's responding to me and let me know that they can hear me. What's going on? All right.
All right, I don't know what happened.
Okay, I'm clear. Okay, we clear. We clear. I don't know. IG be hating. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, whenever I got the best conversations and it's real positive, you
yeah,
know,
you good.
IG IG be hating, and uh, but I think where we left off at, you were, God, I lost my train of thought. You were in
Oh,
conversation about
yeah.
your line, of course, your
No, I was,
company.
yeah, I was just saying, I want to consider break the glass ceilings just because I feel like there's not enough people that look like us that these definitely little girls can look up to. That's
Mhm.
do something positive and something epic in the world. And so, like, when I do these things, I always tell people it's not about me. Of course, who doesn't want their family to live good and have a good life? But for me, it's about the next generation and showing them that it's possible. And it's possible because if you see somebody that looks like you doing what you want to do, then you know it's attainable. But it's not enough people. It's not enough people doing that go back to the schools and go back to where they're from and show these little girls that, hey, like, I did it. You can do it too. Because I remember when I was younger. So I have a twin brother. Um, so I always got to see just the complete biasness, like how different our lives were. Because he got to do things that I couldn't do, and I guess I got away with certain things that he couldn't get away with. So when I was young, he used to have former NFL players, current MLB players, soccer players who would come and say, "Hey, bros, this is what I did to get here. This is what you need to avoid. This is the exact map to get to where I got to." But I remember when I was little, I never had no female athlete come and say, "Hey, look out for this when you get older. This is what you need, how you need to train, how you need to eat." Our, like, what we have to go through, our obstacles are different. Like women, we got to think about pregnancy. We got to think about the freshman 15 that most of us gain because we're not used to having to eat a certain way to be an athlete. And unfortunately, we, retain weight faster, more than men or whatever. So it was so many things that I didn't know that I had to figure out. So I always wanted to go back to the schools and say, hey, definitely seniors in high school, like, it's different. You got to think about, you got to do things that you never seen before. You got to experience things that you never experienced. You need to look out for this. If you want to go and be sexually active, birth control, if you still want to be an athlete, because I've seen a lot of my people, friends in college that could have been probably in the Olympics, get pregnant, and that was it for them. Or, not know how to just control themselves because they are from under their parents' roof. So there's so many things that girls need to be taught when they go out into the real world by themselves with no protection. So I feel like that's my job, is to show them, like, this is the type of life that you can have if you stay on the track that you're supposed to stay on, because a lot of them don't know that. So that's what I think is important. So that's what my success to me represents, is just like showing them that this is possible. You can have this. This is not a fairy tale. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. If you want it, go get that shit. And
Right.
but, like, hopefully without me doing what I do shows them that it's possible.
Hmm. Facts, facts. You know, I read a little on your foundation, She Can Sports. Is this what you plan on doing? Is this what you're doing through your foundation?
Yeah, so Girls Can Do It Too is a foundation that I am starting. We still haven't got everything solidified yet because it's been there's so much going on.
Hmm.
But that's gonna be a foundation for young girls where I'm gonna be doing speed and agility camps. Because I feel like that's something that we lack most of the time as women, as young girls, is like our little brothers our brothers are going to football camps and speed camps and all these different camps that guys have, but it's not really anything that's specifically for girls. And they got that ability down pat when they young. Most of us don't even know how to do a freaking ladder drill until we in college. So it's like, if you know how to do that by the time you're 5 or 6, like the little boys, imagine where your athleticism is going to be before you go to college. So I
Right.
give girls like a different, a edge so that they can get that scholarship. Then I'm gonna have female athletes come and talk to them, since I didn't have that when I was young, and say, hey, like, I know it's just far fetched, but if Serena Williams came and was like, hey, this is what,
That's not. It's not far fetched. Everything you've accomplished is not far fetched.
that,
Okay, we're not we're
yeah,
not gonna let you do that. It's
yeah,
not far fetched.
for sure. But imagine the impact that would have on a girl if she's seen or Serena Williams come and do a Q&A, and they could ask whatever they want to know. and you know that could prepare them for the next, you know, the next level. And then I want to give away scholarships and different things like that. So yeah, it's just you know, I just want to give back. That's the main thing. I want to give back and educate the next generation.
That's super, super dope. You know, like you said, there's not a lot of support out there for young girls that want to be athletic.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, young girls are always getting told no and getting turned away and trying to get spun in the direction, um, because this is considered a male-dominated industry. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So that's super, super dope that your career is taking off the way it is, and you're thinking about others.
For
I
sure.
think I commend you. I know everyone that's watching is inspired by that, and that's
Thank you.
much blessings to you for that. That's super, super dope and amazing. Somebody said I play soccer. Okay. um, you know what could you say? You said a lot in the time that you've been on here with me, but what could you say to girls that are out there, women that are out there that may want to do what you're doing, um, or anything in sports in general? What could you say to them? They're at that point right now that they probably want to give up. They're probably depressed. They probably hit that roadblock.
Mm-hmm.
What could you say to them if you was in front of them right now?
My advice to anybody, honestly, male or female, is just if you want to go get it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
how many times you have to fall? How many times you have to break? How many times, you know, or how many friends or family members you have to lose along the way? If that's your dream, protect it like it's your baby, and go full force. You know, no excuses. You know, and that's just honestly my mentality about everything because at the end of the day, nobody cares. Like
Mm-hmm.
nobody cares. So it's like if you want it, what are you gonna do about it? Because there's somebody else that wants the same exact thing that's gonna go just as hard or harder for what you want. So what are you doing to really go get it? What are you doing to separate yourself? And that's how you have to be. You have to be a dog out here. I mean, it is what it is. If you want something that's very big, that's very like a big dream, a big goal, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna
You
sacrifice?
got to make that sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
You
That's
have to make that sacrifice, and you know I know firsthand about making that sacrifice of not going out, not spending time with your friends, not spending time with your family,
mm-hmm.
and knowing that when you fall, that you need to get back up, no
Right.
matter how hard you fall. You know what I mean? That you need to get back up because you're just one step closer to what you want to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times people fall and they get scared. You know what I mean? And
Part of it.
you got to continue going. You know, no matter if you got the support from your family, you may not have the support from your friends, and especially young girls out here who don't have a lot of support with wanting to be in sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you have to look for the resources. Hit up Santia. You know what I mean? And and get whatever insights you can get because it's available. We have queens that are out here really trying to just help uplift you. So
For sure. For sure.
get with that. When does the season start?
Honestly, man, I have no idea. Our season is keeps kind of getting pushed back because of just the restrictions and I guess COVID stuff. So I
Mm,
hope they said sometime next year. So
okay,
I'll post it on that.
got you. What are your plans and goals for the rest of the year?
Um, honestly, it's a lot, so I can't even talk about. But I have a lot of things that we're currently working on that we plan to be in motion by really December. That would definitely be life changing, sure. So all I can say is just stay tuned and keep your eyes peeled.
No, you gotta bring it. You gotta bring it here first.
I
You
got.
gotta bring it here first. You gotta bring it here first. I know you mentioned earlier about your book. And I did see something. The name of your book, The Struggle, right?
Mhm.
The Struggle. Where is that available? And what is if you can brief? What is the book about?
So the struggle is it's honestly not related to anything that I do. It's about child abuse. Actually, I wrote it when I was younger. I wasn't abused, but I had friends that were, so I just kind of told their story without telling it. Um, but it's available on Amazon right now. Good read. Honestly, a lot of different places. If you just Google Santia Deck the struggle, it's like kind of everywhere, to be honest. But definitely Amazon for sure.
Mm, dope, dope, dope. Queen, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your words of wisdom. I hope that someone is watching you was able to inspire at least one person. Um, that's one less person that can probably be able to pull out of the depression or whatever that they're in. Especially in the times that we're living in right now, and you know, pandemic and us going through the things that we're going through with
you.
racism and everything that we're fighting for. A lot of people are kind of just down and out. So I hope that we was able to inspire someone through this conversation for sure.
I hope so. Well, thank you guys for having me. I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen. So yes, Santia Deck, she's gonna be playing probably next year, right? It's looking like next year right now. For the LA Fames.
Yes.
Do your questions. Okay. My bad. All right. So my fiance is my executive producer, by the way. So she gets a lot of personal stuff in when she's really interested. I think these are personal questions. But see, all right, because we're gonna be going down to Texas in a few weeks too.
Okay.
I've been to Texas plenty of times, but I think it's gonna be her first time. She said best place for scenery in Texas.
Best place for scenery. I mean, every city has, I guess, a certain area that's like popular for whatever reason. I personally think
Dallas is my favorite city in Texas. Dallas.
that Dallas.
No disrespect to Houston. No
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, I'm always be biased to say Houston.
mm-hmm.
It's different areas in that you can view the skyline and different things like that. I would say to me the most interesting city and probably the most like things that I feel like people would want to do is probably Austin because it's kind of like quirky a little bit and it's just like like a lot of places to eat. The nightlife is nice. So it just depends on what you like. I mean, I feel like Texas got something for everybody. So it just depends on what you like. I'm always say Houston because that's my city. And we got the best food and we got the best nightlife.
She said, and Beyonce from there.
Yeah.
And Beyonce from there. Speaking about food, she did say, what's the best place to eat in Houston? What's the best place to eat?
The turkey leg cut.
The turkey leg, that do sound good.
I'm trying to tell you, that's the best place.
I've been to Houston. I ain't never been there.
That's turkey like the vibe, like you got to go there. It's almost like a lounge vibe, but it's a restaurant. And then the food, the turkey legs are like crazy. Like the stuff that they put in them, put on them, it's amazing.
Hold up. Don't say too much. They're going to have to cut you a check now. People more. Have to get it sounds like a commercial real quick.
Hey.
She said hiking or canoeing. What do you like more?
Hiking.
I figured that. She said, what's the best hair/nail salon in Houston?
I don't know. I never got my hair done in Houston as like an adult, or my nails done as an adult, to be honest. Because I left Houston when I was in high school.
Okay. Okay, because you're in Atlanta now, right?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know. I all good spots out in Atlanta too.
Yeah.
Trace, why would you ask this question? She sent me fried chicken or fried steak.
Chicken for sure.
So you eat fried chicken?
But I don't eat now.
The queen of abs eat fried chicken?
If I had to choose, but no, I haven't ate fried chicken in a minute.
See, it's that's another thing too. You real good on the fitness, so you could probably eat like fried chicken and then go and burn it off as soon as you eat it. You know what I mean?
I try to like take care of my diet as much as I can. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, but I like to eat healthy. That's just like my personality. But I like sweets. I love ice cream, cookies, brownies, and stuff like that. But I'm not a big like fried food person. I've never been. To be honest, that's just not grew up. But yeah.
Yeah, people are crazy, Nick. Where the chicken at? You know what? I'm not gonna hold you up too much longer.
Okay.
Where can people get help from you? I know you do the fitness stuff and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where can they reach out to you and kind of get that assistance if they need it?
Yeah, you can reach out to me on Instagram, which is just trackbabies001. And then you can go to my website, queenofabs.com, or if you want to just check out my fitness programs and meal plans, it's coachqueenofabs.com.
Dope, 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 dope. We love you. We thank you for everything that you're doing, and we look forward to seeing you out there crushing it. Hopefully, crossing our fingers, 2021. Y'all make sure y'all support the shoe line, the shoe company, the shoe line, the brand. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to mess it up. Can you plug the website one more time?
Oh yeah, it's tronosofficial.com.
I'm gonna make an attempt.
It's just Tronos.
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 Yes.
I'm gonna try to type the website in here real quick.
Plug it in there. A lot of love, a lot of people on the check-in. Thank everyone for tuning in.
All right. All righty. Well, I definitely appreciate you for taking.
Definitely. Shout out to your mom. She's holding it down. Shout out to all the queens out there. Thank you. Thank you again. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a good day.
Have a good night.
Night. Yeah.